All right, everyone, welcome to today's Tech Talk Tuesday. And today we're going to be talking about one of my least favorite topics when it comes to classic car restoration, and that's bodywork. Specifically, we're going to be talking about replacing quarter panels on the cars and the differences between going with just a quarter panel skin and a full quarter panel. So I've been doing restorations on classic muscle cars specifically since the late 90s with the Challenger up here. And when I started doing the restoration work on cars like these, they didn't have as many options and resources as we do today from the aftermarket for replacing body panels from being damaged in accidents or from rust and things of that nature. And so we had to make do with what was available. Usually that meant either hunting in wrecking yards for an original body panel that was in good enough shape that could be salvaged, or going with a reproduction quarter panel skin. So the problem with quarter panel skins are that they don't go to all the factory seams. And the reason why this is a problem is because when you go to attach it, you have a lot more welding to do, which requires a lot more attention to the heat that you're putting into the panels so that way you don't warp them. And then with quarter panel skins, you also have the added complexity of trying to cover up the seams from where you've attached the new panel. And I found this to be extremely challenging when I did my 71 CUDA restoration, as both quarter panels had to be replaced due to a previous owner doing a hack job of trying to flare those fender wells. So of course, at the time, full factory quarters weren't available, but skins were. And it was the best option I could go with at the time. And so we went ahead and did the quarter panel skin installation, and it took a ton of effort and a lot of time. And so that we'd be careful with putting too much heat into the panels, get everything lined up, making sure the seams aren't visible, things of that nature. And it was a huge pain. So when it came time for the next time I had to do a project where a quarter panel was needed, luckily AMD had come around and offered full factory quarter panels. And the nice thing about the full factory quarter panel is it goes to all the factory seams. So you just drill out all the factory spot welds, remove the old panel, put in the new one, and weld it up to the factory seams, and it makes it a lot easier for the installation. Of course, even with the new ones going to the full factory seams and locations, not everything's going to be perfect, and there's still going to be some massaging that's going to be required because of factory tolerances when they built these cars 50, 60 years ago. But the full factory quarters are so much better than the quarter panel skin option that had been available up to this point. And from now on, I'm only going to be doing full factory quarter replacements, even though they are a lot more expensive than just the skins, because they are a lot more accurate as well as going to the full seams. So of course, that's not saying skins aren't a good option. They're a great option, especially if you're on a budget, because they are a fraction of the cost of a full factory quarter. But just keep in mind that doing so is going to require a lot more effort and time on your end from the labor standpoint of actually getting them installed properly. So that way it doesn't look like a complete hack job. But for me personally, like I said, from now on, any restoration work that I have to do, it's just full factory quarters because they are so much easier on installation and so much savings on time. They are worth the extra cost in my book, hands down. So that's today's Tech Talk Tuesday. It's just a brief overview on the differences between a quarter panel skin and a full quarter panel. I hope you found this information useful if you're in the restoration process yourself, trying to decide which way you want to go. Personally, I recommend AMD brand over Goodmark. Not that Goodmark doesn't make a quality product, but I've had a ton of huge success using AMD products since they've came on board to the aftermarket supporting. And I usually use their restoration choice if given the option because it's usually a higher quality and more accurate product to begin with. I'll include some links below to some of the Mopar ones that I've used. Of course, this application goes beyond the Mopar world. This goes to any GMs and Ford products as well. But since I've got all my experience doing restoration work on classic Mopar muscle cars, that's what I'm going to be specific to here. And as always, if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, like button down below. And as always, if you don't want to miss a single one of my uploads, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below and ring that notification bell so that way you're kept up to speed on all of my videos. And of course, I've also included some links down below to some of the detailed products I use, the camera equipment, things like that if you're interested, because clicking on those links does help support keep this channel going. And as always, I will see you the next video.